Dear friend, living beside my world, I am writing to you tonight. I want to tell you how we handle luck here. We do not treat luck like a shrug. We treat luck like a real thing you can hold and share. We call it UX. LUX is a small unit that records a tiny push from chance. One unit does not change a life. Many units shift a path. Our tools can measure those pushes across time. We watch outcomes across large groups. We separate skill from noise. We do long studies with many people. We test with blind draws. We record when outcomes differ, even when effort matches. That difference is LUX. Lux is not magic. It is the name we give to the part of life that skill alone cannot claim. We know people fear the idea at first. People think luck talk steals their story. It does not. It lets us tell the story with honesty and care. It shows where help matters most. It shows where praise is fair. It also shows where praise should be shared. We keep LUX in secure ledgers. The ledgers are public in method and private in detail. You can prove you hold LUX without showing how much. You can prove you gifted LUX without naming the receiver. The system is audited by people like me. I am a luck auditor. My job is to make sure chance is not forged and help is not stolen. LUX can move between people. You can gift it. You can trade it. You can save it for later. You can spread it across a team. There is a flaw that no one can take from you. We call that flaw the life flaw. It protects dignity and choice. It keeps power from stripping you bare. No one can force you to show your balance. Employers cannot demand it. Schools cannot demand it. Partners cannot demand it. The law guards you from that pressure. We learned the hard way why that matters. Let me tell you a small story. A young baker started a tiny shop on a side street. Her bread was careful and good. The street had little foot traffic. The week was rainy. A food blog happened to pass by on the only sunny day. A queue formed the next morning. She thought it was pure skill. Her mentor loved her skill. Her mentor also pointed to the sun. They both laughed. The baker bought a small LUX policy that week. When rain returned for a month, the pool sent her a cushion. She kept her staff. Her recipes grew better without panic. Her bread is now known across the city. She says the policy bought her time, and time baked grace into the crust. Children learn about LUX early. They learn to see variance without shame. They run small garden plots side by side. They use the same seeds, the same soil, the same care. One plot thrives, one lags. They measure sun hours. They log rain. They learn that effort matters and luck rides on top. They learn to share water when clouds forget a corner. They learn to cheer a neighbor without envy. They learn to ask, where can we help? They learn to ask, where should we celebrate? Our schools teach a class called Variance literacy. It covers expected value. It covers risk pooling. It covers how teams spread luck. It helps children speak about chance without blame. It helps them design fair games. It helps them design fair lives. Markets exist for LUX. Yes, we watch them. Yes, we regulate them. People can hedge a launch week. A band can hedge a tour. A farmer can hedge a season. A student can hedge an exam day if storms hit the bus lines. None of this replaces skill. It protects the work that skill made. It keeps one bad bounce from breaking a life. We cap positions so power cannot swallow chance. We tax high flows so communities gain from windfalls. The taxes fund public rescue ramps. Those ramps open when weather goes wrong. They open when illness hits. They open when traffic fails an entire district. They open fast, by rule, not by favor. Dating has new manners in our world. Some people share their LUX. Some do not. Both choices are valid. There are badges for no ask. There are badges for clear consent to share. Jokes exist, but the kind people win. The best dates talk about values before numbers. I have seen couples gift each other tiny units for birthdays. Those moments feel tender. The gift says, "I want good breaks to find you, even when I am not near." Families talk about luck in new ways. Parents seed a small pool for each child. They cannot take it back. The pool grows when the neighborhood does well. The pool helps if the child faces a long run of bad breaks. The rule is simple. Help should arrive before pride has to crumble. Help should arrive before talent gives up. We honor the brave who run with low LUX. Sports shows list skill stats and luck ranges side by side. An athlete can be low LUX and still win the season. The crowd loves that arc. The award is called the Brave Variance Medal. The speech often ends with this line: "Skill stacks, luck spreads." I once audited a club with a rig that stole LUX. It used secret trades and fake accounts. It drained poor districts and fed rich ones. We closed it. The court ordered a return to the public pool. The pool paid back the streets that were drained. The case taught us a plain lesson. When luck is property, theft has new shapes. When luck is property, repair must be swift. Our city holds a monthly assembly. People bring ideas for the community pool. They vote with small credits that grow in cost as they stack. That rule keeps the loud from drowning the soft. We fund bus lines with those votes. We fund storm drains. We fund night classes where workers can change fields. We call this the spread. We mean that help should spread as luck spreads, quick and quiet and wide. You might ask how we measure LUX with care. I will share the part that matters most. We never use 1 week or 1 month. We measure over years. We compare people who do the same hard work. We compare across many tries. We adjust for health and tools and time. We bring in outside auditors. We open the code. We open the math. We keep the people private. We do not let a number swallow a person. We keep room for surprise. I keep a folder of letters that shaped me. One came from a nurse with LUX lower than the sea at night. She lost 3 housing lotteries in a row. She missed 2 promotions because storms cut power on review days. She wrote to ask if she was cursed. I met her in a small cafe near the hospital. We looked at her file with her consent. We saw her effort clear as glass. We saw her talent beyond doubt. We saw Variance beating time against her. We pulled the rescue ramp. The ramp paid for a battery system at her flat. It paid for a scooter with a rain shield. She made the next review on time. She became shift lead. She mailed me a photo of the ward at dawn. The picture showed lights on, floors clean, eyes bright. The caption said, "Thank you for helping luck find its manners." Some people refuse to check their balances ever. We call them naturals. They trust the world to even out. That choice is legal and safe. The life floor still guards them. The pool still helps them. They still gain from the bus that arrives on time. They still gain from the drain that clears the flood. Choice is the core of our ethic. You choose what to reveal. You choose what to gift. You choose how to live with odds. I want to share a funny day from my desk. A storm hit, and all the yogurt stands ran out of lids. We saw spill claims surge on the exchange. The market went wobbly for an hour. A farmer with a warehouse of jar lids became a local hero. He donated pallets to vendors. The claims fell. The exchange stabilized. Someone made a cartoon about it. The title was, "Luck Needs Lids." We still quote it in meetings. We teach that Lex is not virtue. It is not vice. It is not a mark of soul or worth. It is a wind. It is a nudge. It is a tilt that can be shared. Virtue is what you do when the wind is still. Virtue is how you stand when the tilt turns against you. Virtue is how you share your shelter when the squall hits your neighbor. There is a street artist who paints small arrows on sidewalks. She paints them near bus stops and clinics and job centers. She hides them in plain sight. Each arrow points to a place where the community pool made a quiet fix. A ramp here. A light there. A shelter over there. People follow the arrows for fun. They take photos and post short notes. The notes say, "My city shares its luck. I have seen uglier days." There was a wealthy fund that tried to hoard lucks. It bought big blocks and sat on them. It waited for storms to raise the price. People in low-lying wards began to panic. The assembly imposed a hoard fee. The fund sold back to the pool. The storms passed with less harm. The fund learned a rule we now print on posters. If you cannot spend it in a decade, you are holding too much. Art has changed in small ways. Musicians sometimes crowd gift lyrics to a local venue. The venue can then book new bands without fear of rain. Film crews hedge outdoor shoots and keep day workers paid. Writers swap tiny Lux blocks for safe time to draft. A teacher uses microgifts to keep a weekend lab open. The lab makes a small battery that resists floods. A city adopts it. A child sleeps through a storm for the first time in years. The child tells her class that sleep is the best luck of all. Faith groups in our world speak in fresh ways. Some say luck is the room where grace can land. Some say luck is the test that keeps us humble. Most agree that the right use of luck is to lift the fallen. Most agree that the wrong use of luck is to press on throats. I have sat in quiet halls where people sing about shared chance. The songs are soft and kind. The songs are also strong. You might wonder about birth and luck. Parents can gift LUX at birth. The gift is capped. It sits behind the life floor. It unlocks in stages through school years. It cannot be traded by the parent. It cannot be seized by debt. It guards the child. It funds bus passes and lunch and field trips on days when coins are thin. One day it can fund an exam retake after a fever. That retake has saved many futures. Workplaces had to adjust too. We banned lux fishing at hiring. We banned lux bait pay. We let teams build small pools for shared projects. A team can choose to pour in a few units each. If a shipment is delayed, the pool keeps the team whole. The team shares bonus later if sales recover. This builds trust. It also builds calm. Calm helps skill show up on time. Some say we have made life too soft. I hear that often when I visit old clubs and old bars. I ask them a question. Do you want skill to matter more or less? They say more. I say then we agree. When luck is shared, skill shines. When luck is shared, people try again. When luck is shared, one fall does not end the climb. Grit grows in fair weather and foul. What dies is fear. My own life has moved through odd tides. I once gave away more lux than was wise. A friend needed surgery. I did not think twice. My own balance sank. My career hit a slow patch. The community sent me micro-gifts without names. They came like small lights. I slept without dread. I found a new post with kinder hours. I took a night class. I now audit and teach. The story did not match my plans. It matched my values. That match has held me when storms came back. There are people here who love risk. We do not stop them. They can still climb hard walls and chase wild ideas. They can still sleep in vans and tour the desert. They can still build rockets and ride waves. They do it with rescue ramps under the far edge. They do it with clear eyes about what skill can do and what chance will do. They write better safety plans. They thank the crews who catch them. I would like to tell you about a night on the docks. A fog rolled in and ships stalled. A cool chain was at risk. The port had a lux reserve just for this kind of night. It paid overtime for crews and lights and coffee. It ordered dry ice and fans. It kept the fruit and the fish safe. The city woke to fresh stalls and bright smells. Most never knew a rescue had pulsed. The best luck is often quiet. We also know limits. We cannot fix every hurt with lux. We cannot heal every loss. We cannot erase grief. We can keep grief from turning into ruin when it does not have to. We can keep a lost week from becoming a lost year. We can keep a lost year from becoming a lost self. A child once asked me if lux makes games boring. I told her no. I told her we still clap when a shot banks in. I told her we still gasp when a ball finds the line. We clap for skill. We also clap for kindness. We clap for the team that gifts a small unit to a rookie after a rough debut. We clap for the rookie when she scores the next night. Our public page lists the projects that got funded by luck taxes. People scroll and send notes to staff. The notes say thank you for the shelter near the market. The notes say thank you for the late bus on exam week. The notes say thank you for the flood siren that now works. My team prints those notes and pins them on a wall. We call it the quiet wall. We stand in front of it when days are long. We breathe, and then we go back to work. I do not know if your world will ever measure luck like we do. I do know you already feel it. You feel it when a friend calls as your tire fails. You feel it when a teacher asks a kind question on the worst day. You feel it when a stranger holds a door as your hands shake. Those are small pushes. Those are small tilts. Those are legs by another name. If you ever try a pull, start small. Start with a group of neighbors. Put in tiny amounts of time or money you can spare. Name clear rules for when the pull helps. Keep the rules simple. Keep the records open. Help fast. Thank loudly. Move on. Do not make people beg. Do not make them wear a badge that says saved. Make the help a bridge, not a brand. If you build a market, guard against hordes. Cap positions. Watch for wash trades. Tax windfalls to fund ramps. Audit often. Invite many eyes. Invite voices from the streets that feel the heaviest weather. Write laws so that the least lucky can still reach for a new day. Write laws so that the most lucky can still be proud of how they share. If you teach children, teach them to read chance with grace. Teach that bragging about luck is silly. Teach that shame about luck is cruel. Teach that giving luck is a joy, not a duty. Teach that asking for help is brave, not weak. Teach that skill is louder and clearer when fear is quiet. I carry a small coin that shows a wind on one side and a hand on the other. The wind reminds me that some days will favor me. The hand reminds me to pass that favor on. When I forget, I tap the coin in my pocket. When I remember, I give a little and walk a little lighter. I will close with one more story. A street lamp broke near a school. The city took weeks to respond 1 year. A new year came with a new pool. The pool had a rule for dark corners by schools. The rule unlocked a small emergency fund. A crew fixed the lamp the same night. A parent wrote a note that said my child called the street bright. The note made the rounds at the office. People smiled at their screens. We went for a walk at lunch and counted lit lamps from the cafe to the river. Dear friend, I hope this letter feels close. I hope it makes luck feel less like a fog and more like a river we can cross together. I hope it lets you see one more way to hold each other up. When I look at my window, I see the harbour lights, and I think of the arrows on the pavement. I think of all the small fixes that keep a city warm. I think of how a fair share of luck makes room for bigger love. I think of you reading this, and I feel calm. I send that calm to you, like a small gift, light and steady. With care and with hope, I remain your friend in the world next to yours. Thank you for listening all the way to the end of my letter. If you enjoyed this story, please tap like to help it reach another friend. If you want more messages from my world, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment with your view on luck and sharing. If you wish to support this work, please use the QR code at the bottom right or the link in the video description to donate. The description also has links to other works from a very different series that you might enjoy. For now, I send you thanks and I hope to meet you again in the next message.